Hi everyone. This is a weird ass setup, but this is what's going on today. So, this video is going to be my reasons why I stopped making YouTube videos. And when I say reasons, I mean excuses that I recognize that have actual more deep meanings and reasons, like actual reasons, but they come out as excuses. So, okay, but before we get started, I just wanted to talk about a little bit about Lightbox Expo. Lightbox Expo is an amazing event that is going to happen now this weekend. Maybe you're watching it for the future and it's already happened, but this is September 11 to 13. So Lightbox Expo is moving online. Last year it was like an actual physical event, and this year is moving online for obvious reasons. And I'm gonna be there. Even though it's online, I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna have a couple of panels. I have like 3 pre-recorded panels that you can watch. I'm gonna have like a bunch of live streams and really cool activities for people to do with me. And this event is focused on people who work or want to work in animation, illustration, or games industry. And it's really cool, and it has like a lot of really amazing artists that like the best in the field. And yeah, I'm gonna be there, and I just wanted to give it like a heads up in case you don't know that the event is happening. And you can still register. It's only $1, like the minimum you can pay, and that's like you have access to everything. So it's pretty accessible, and lots of content, just amazing content. So make sure you check my social media, because I'm always like this week I'm always posting about it and everything that is going to happen. And yeah, Lightbox Expo. So now let's go to the reasons why I stopped making YouTube videos. Alright, so reason number 1, or excuse number 1, is noise. Right now, at this moment that I'm recording, it's actually pretty quiet, just because of the content of this video, just to prove me wrong. But anyway, when I started again making YouTube videos, I was enjoying the silence, because it was like in the middle of quarantine, and it kind of just started. And like, I live in Brazil, and we didn't really have an actual lockdown. God knows why, but we didn't have like an actual lockdown, but like most of the businesses were actually closed. So if you look at out my window of the building that I live in, the apartment, you're gonna think it's pretty quiet, because there's a lot of trees and it's a beautiful view. But if you look down, you will see that there are, there's stuff going on. And there are 2 like mini soccer fields, like a small version of soccer field, but there are 2 of them. There is like a paintball field, and also some, I don't know what that is, but they the business is to like cut stones like marble and stuff like that for somebody's sink or somebody's house or whatever. So anyway, they do cut stones, rocks, I don't know how to call it, but there's constant noise. And during the quarantine, that was the only business that kept going, but it wasn't working like they usually do. So they had like a very reduced time of work. Yeah, well, you got it. Well, just a reminder that English is not my first language, so I'm trying to express myself in English. Anyway, so yeah, I had more silence, and we had like less cars, driving around. So again, less noise and less services happening in the building. So less like hammering on the wall and stuff like that, which was great. So I had silence. I was able to create more videos, and my videos back then when I was, creating them during the quarantine, they had a lot of hypnosis in them. So it was great that it was quiet. But then the noise started again. So we didn't come out of a quarantine that we didn't really have, but anyway, everything started to work as usual, and the business started to open again, and just people are doing whatever they want. Anyway, there's noise. And then I kind of stopped doing the videos because I didn't want to deal with the noise. And that brings me to reason number 2, equipment. And it's not just equipment, but like my idea that it has to be perfect. I don't have good lighting. This is natural light right now. I don't have I actually have good microphone, but then it doesn't connect straight to the camera. I have to have a computer and record them both separately, and then while I'm editing, try to sync everything perfectly. I don't have a setup. As you can see, everything looks kind of weird, and that was I don't know, I feel like when I am editing, I'm looking at it and I'm like, it doesn't look good, it doesn't sound good. Should I keep doing this? But I feel like, my perfectionism is just a way to kind of keep me from doing this, because, there's insecurity involved. This is vulnerable, putting yourself in front of a camera and speaking about stuff. And I think the perfectionism is just a way of, an excuse that I had so I didn't have to keep doing it. And it's subconscious. I want to keep doing it. I want to create videos, but subconsciously it's safer for me if I don't. Which leads me to reason number 3, a fear of speaking, I think. Okay, it's more like a fear of a backlash. So I have a good following on Instagram. People are going to leave stupid comments. Doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the nature of the content or the intention that you have for creating that. But some people are going to leave nasty comments. I am afraid of saying something or doing something or whatever that will, cause a backlash or something like that, and having to read through bad comments, which is kind of stupid. It's keeping me from doing the content, creating the content and expressing myself. I'm not saying problematic things shouldn't be a problem. They are. And they've always been a problem. It's just now that we're pointing them out. And I'm okay with being called out when it's something constructive, and I can take that, and it's good for me because I learn. that have happened before, and it will continue to happen as we, learn and evolve and grow. And that is great. That is positive thing. And now this cancel culture that actually, that keeps people from learning because they just get punished. I'm not saying it's okay whatever they did or said, but we need to give room for people to learn and understand why that was problematic and why they can't say or do that. I think it's like we need to have room for growth and not just cancel people. And I don't know, maybe I'm gonna say something and someone will be offended, and I don't want to offend anyone. So maybe the problem is that maybe I'm not being problematic, but someone is always going to be offended, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. I can't be responsible for everybody's feelings, right? So it's always like an internal dialogue that's like, okay, you're not responsible for other people's feelings, but what are you saying exactly? Like, are you being problematic or they're just getting offended? So there's like, it's like a thin line that I'm not sure how to navigate. So it gets weird. And that makes me afraid of speaking out or saying whatever I want to say, or, create the content that I want to create. So that's the insecurity. Now, reason number 4, like I said, I had a good following on Instagram, and I don't on YouTube, at least not at this moment. And I feel like the videos that I create and post are getting less and less attention and engagement and whatever, views and stuff like that. And that can be discouraging. And at the same time, like, I'm afraid of the backlash. Like, what backlash if there's nobody watching? So it's like always this duality and conflict, internal conflict that don't make sense. But I spend more energy on these things than creating the content. That's the excuse. Like, that's what excuses do to you. And the worry, it becomes more powerful than the actual reason. So you keep doing that. You keep chewing on that thing that is not even the actual reason why you're not doing what you want to do. And so, okay, so the lack of people, I know it's part of the journey, not having anyone there, or having like few people there. Not gonna say I don't have anyone. I have 2,000 people here, and I'm grateful that I have them. But like, you're trying to grow, and it's tough to get people to watch, get people to comment, get people to like, and all this stuff. And I feel like I am terrible in telling people to do that. Be it in the video, which is even worse, because like I have to say it, and it feels so fake and so robotic. But also like keep posting and promoting. I don't mean promoting as like paid promotion, but like you have to promote that. You have to post it everywhere, and keep telling people to go check your channel and stuff like that. And that part of the job, it's kind of tough for me to perform. So, and I understand it's all part of the process, but I'm not gonna say it's not unmotivating. It is, but it's okay. It's part of the process. The reason number 5. What was reason number 5? Oh, yeah. Reason number 5 is that okay, like I said, English is not my first language, and I want to create videos in English so I can reach more people and have my content like anywhere. So explaining things, be it my own emotions or the content that I'm creating and the things I want to explain in English. I grew up speaking Portuguese. I learned English in school. I never lived abroad. So explaining things in English is a lot more work than people who have English as their first language can imagine. I don't know if they understand how much energy goes to speaking another language and explaining yourself and being clear in another language. And so because it takes that much effort and energy, I create scripts. So I write all my scripts and I have everything all put together. And so I don't forget something, because I always forget something. And it feels like I'm not me when I'm doing that. And I'm not even saying that in a deep level, because the content is me. The content is authentic. But like the way I'm expressing myself is not the way I talk to someone. It's like, hi, my name is blah, 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 blah. And it's like, it's so robotic. Like, it's stiff. It doesn't give any room for my personality to, show itself. And like editing the videos, I'm like, this isn't right. This is not how I talk. This has no flavor. I feel it feels like so generic. And this is why like this video is, I'm even standing up so I can feel like I have more freedom to express myself and move around if I want to move around and say whatever. So not being as authentic as I want to be, it was kind of like, this isn't right, this is not working for me. Not for me, but like the video, the final result as a video. It was like, But at the same time, me here trying to explain the way I'm doing now with no script at all, it feels like I don't get to the point. I don't know. I have to find like a middle ground, or maybe it's just practice. And maybe with practice, I'm gonna get better at speaking like this. I'm an introvert, and I've always had a lot of trouble speaking to people that are not very close to me. I can't even explain, but I know many of you knows what I'm talking about. And this is like talking to people, but I want this to be like me talking to a friend, and like the camera is my friend or whatever. I don't want to be that robotic. I want to be more free in my expression. These are the excuses. And I'm gonna be very honest. I'm being honest. Like, I'm saying the stupidest things as if they were actual reasons, but I know those are just excuses, because the actual reason, I've been thinking about that, and the actual reasons are like pretty much insecurity and fear of being judged, fear of being rejected, maybe fear of failure or fear of success. Because even if you succeed, for example, if my channel blows up one day, I'm like, again, that fear of the backlash is gonna be there, or the fear of having to do interviews, and like I get too nervous doing those things. A lot of fears, and insecurities that are in the subconscious, they dictate your actions in a way that you don't even imagine. And I understand that this is what's happening to me. Like, it's not the noise. Like, who cares if the content is good? Who cares if there's background noise? It's okay. And with time, I can make it a better setup and have better lighting and stuff like that. A better microphone. I don't know. But you gotta start. You gotta start and you gotta do it, because the fears in the subconscious mind are dictating your actions, and they are, like, consequently dictating your future. Subconscious stuff. You have to work through. You have to heal that. And then you'll be free to do that, and you're gonna enjoy doing that. Because, like, fear of public speaking. This is kind of public speaking, so it's kind of practice, but there's no one watching. And I can mess up a bunch of times, and then I can edit everything out. No problem. But speaking in front of people is like one of my biggest fears ever. This is something I have to work on, because why do you want to keep that fear? Why do you want to keep living with that? Even though it's subconscious and you don't actually see it, it shows. It shows itself through other things. And you don't need to live with that. And I don't need to live with that. And so that's why I like hypnosis so much. Of course, there's always going to be something to work on. Things are always changing, and things are always igniting new fears and new beliefs. And that's how life is. But you can have a tool that helps you, break through those fears and those beliefs, create new beliefs that will help you and help you move forward and do the things that you want to do. Maybe you are afraid, but you do it anyway. The thing is that you do it. You have to do it. And so all of these excuses that I created, that my mind created as reasons, they are just manifestations of my subconscious mind that wants me to be safe and not putting my face out there, speaking whatever I want. And that's not going to work for me. Sorry, mind. Sorry, subconscious, but we need to heal this. So I hope this was inspiring in any way. Maybe you are thinking about creating a channel or doing something that is out of your comfort zone. Don't think for a second this is in my comfort zone. It's not, definitely not. If it wasn't clear before, it's clear now. This is not my comfort zone. Everything is a reason, an excuse not to do it, because it's out of my comfort zone. And perhaps you're dealing with the same thing. It doesn't have to be a YouTube channel. It can be anything else, literally anything else. And maybe you're keeping yourself from doing that, from starting, or from keeping the momentum of doing, because you have those underlying fears and beliefs that are keeping you from doing it in ways that you are not even imagining. And so I invite you to list your reasons, your excuses. List your reasons and find the excuses there. Most of them are going to be excuses. And try to understand the underlying reason. Sit for a while, meditate, do self-hypnosis. Just let the answer come from within you. And then write down the actual reasons, the actual underlying fears and beliefs that you have that manifest themselves in those excuses. And then work on it, because you don't need to live with that. We have hypnosis. We have, even if you're not into hypnosis, there are a whole bunch of other therapies you can do. I like hypnosis because it's pretty quick, and since the fear and the beliefs are on the subconscious mind, we work, straight there. We work right in the subconscious mind, so it's quicker and it's non-invasive at all. It's really relaxing and it feels really good. So that's my preference. And yeah, so I hope this video was helpful. It wasn't supposed to be this long, but like I said, explaining myself in another language, I can't really be too direct. I try. Maybe I'll get better. I might get better. So thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna do what I have to do for this channel to grow. Please give this a like. Please share with your friends. Leave a comment. Let me know if you're going through the same things and what are your excuses. Maybe I can help you figure out what are the underlying reasons, the actual reasons. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Also, let me know if you like this kind of more loose and chatty kind of video, not scripted. And it's not a lecture, it's just talking. I don't know if that makes sense. So yeah, let me know if you like it, and thank you again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.